ladies who are expressing their congratulations. You've heard over and over and over, every session, the constant pressure that leads so many to pull the plug on life. And those of you who know me know that I went down that road. And after I was injured in Vietnam, I was afraid that my wife would look at me and she'd say, "No mas." I sent a handsome young prince off the board and I got a frog back, and I always laugh and say I almost croaked. But she didn't get what she bargained for, and I'm in the presence of my sweet wife. And right after the Almighty himself, she stands tall to me. Amen.
Somebody through a scope, that's about as real as you can get. Because you're watching them breathe in and out, and you're thinking about all kinds of stuff. Who are they? Why are they doing this? And then it's almost like playing God, because you decide when they take their last breath and you squeeze that trigger and it's over. There's two things in particular that bothered me about that war, and I'm going to get that off my chest. So, we were in Urbana, we were running missions out of there, and we took over a house one night, and we ran into a really nice family that took care of us. They fed us, they gave us tea, we'd show up with candy. There were two little girls between 7 and 12, mother and father. And we got intel from them. They'd tell us if they saw people coming up down the Euphrates River, if they were carrying weapons, what kind of troop movement and that kind of stuff they saw. After about a month, we went back. Then they cut the women's hair off, pulled all their clothes off, and they hung them from one hook in the ceiling. And the father they beheaded and put his head on his chest. And I remember, the little pictures that those little girls gave me in their shoes, and that did something to me.
I was a homeless veteran, and I thought there was no hope for me. Yeah, go figure, right? Veteran, I'm coming back, and thinking that, everything was going to be great, and, all hunky-dory and everything, but no, it happened to me, and everyone knows all too often that there's too many homeless vets out there, right now as we speak, and, I think the country needs to realize, that they need to start doing more for them, to get up, and move on with their lives as well. And being homeless really humbled me. It put me in a whole different ballgame. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, wow, is this really happening to me? I was like, really? Honestly, I couldn't handle it at first, but somehow I just saw it basically as an end to a means, and I saw it as a beginning for me, for my new life, and I figured, hey man, I've hit the bottom of the barrel, so there's only one way to go, and that's up, buddy, So, I just kept scratching and crawling, day in and day out, and I told myself, that one day it's going to get better.
No one wanted to deal with me. No one wanted to tolerate me or anything like that. I began to doubt myself and most of my brothers. And it was then that I realized I had lost a part of myself. I had lost my humanity. Along the way, on that second deployment, I lost my will to live. I felt this loneliness for a long time as it had consumed me. Though I had family and friends that loved me, I felt so distant in these cold, dank, cavernous tunnels of loneliness and despair. Like hands that curl tight around your throat and they're chilling to the touch. Your lungs freeze, and with each painful breath, it's one step towards death. Did some things, and I lost some friends. But through this program, I've learned the power of their story as well as mine.
A
started out wanting to forget everything that happened while I was overseas and wishing for death to wrap me in its cold grasp and carry me away. I've been through a year of intensive therapy with the Army. It didn't help me. I'm not saying it's not a good thing because I've seen it help other people, but it didn't help me at all. I was in a bad place, like Dave said earlier, when the first time I came here. I'd lost purpose in my life. And when you lose purpose, you lose hope.
In the early 40s. I joined the military in 1991 as a combat engineer. I've been to Bosnia twice. I deployed to Afghanistan once, route clearance, and that's when my life, it changed. I trained up my squad hard. When I say hard, I mean hard. I was the only squad in my whole company. I did travel force to go to Fort Leonardwood to do route clearance, to work on all the equipment, because I knew we was going ahead of all the forces. And if anyone was going to get hurt, guess who it was going to be? It was going to be us.
Be there every day for you and encourage you along the way. And who knows, I may be. I just came back last week, a week ago from 2 weeks ago. You might remember I told you when you were here last month that I'd be going to Germany on a tour, and I did. It was probably one of the highlight experiences of my entire career. To walk through Landstuhl with our freshly wounded, still in horrible pain, and start getting ahead of the curve of depression, of events that will follow in recovery that can take you so quickly, so fast, so low, and hopeless. I want to say all of you. Whichever one of you made the statement in your presentation about freedom, and these folks that are here, I just want to encourage you to continue with that mindset, because there was no Taliban hand grenade in our barn tonight, and there's no Al-Qaeda truck bomb out there in that parking area, because these people in these black and red shirts were up all night looking after us, keeping us free. And we in Colorado know how to say thank you.